Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Warren from the Rhapsody Piano Studio. I want to welcome you to today's live lesson, free piano lesson, by the way. Yeah, as if you didn't know, this is God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, and we're gonna help you out, and I'm gonna teach you to learn the song after this lesson is over. Hit up the cards and the description below if you want to pick up a copy of the sheet music, because you should be learning with the sheet music. It's just, I'm sorry. Some people get offended when I tell them to learn to read the sheet music. It's really not that hard, okay? By the way, you want to think of these lessons as the step-by-step process on how to practice correctly, how to learn effectively. Once you're done with this and you feel like you're learning these steps I'm trying to show you here effectively, you want to click on over to the tutorial as well, which will be included in the same exact places, okay? All right. Wow, I got a lot of people on the live stream today. Awesome. Glad to see everyone here. Let me just kind of tilted. All right. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hello, Arpeggio. I'm waiting for Scale to jump on. WASD Sparky. I'll just call you Sparky. Micah. Hi, Micah. Hi, Morgan. Welcome back. Okay. This is still tilted. No, it is not. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you how to practice God Only Knows. Oh yeah, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't subscribed already, and also the notification bells, you gotta hit those if you want to catch whenever I go live. I do premieres every day as well, so you can kind of see what music I'm posting on a daily basis. And then so far, I'm gonna try to keep these live streams going on Mondays. Possibly I'm gonna look towards other days of the week again, okay? All right, God only knows. Let me show you the first part you should be practicing. Why am I playing an E flat? There you go. That's better. Weird. Okay, so when you're looking at the music, sometimes you don't want to play exactly the way that the notes are in the music. So you just, for here, in this part for example, I would just practice the basic patterns. And if you look at the right hand, it's just this, this. You're just kind of alternating between these notes, okay? And the only other thing you need to practice is this jump here. Okay, so first this, and it's just the bottom note going up and down. You keep the top note, and then a jump from here. Okay, when you practice jumps, this is a pretty big jump, by the way. Once you're done playing, you want to move as fast as possible. Once you touch the next keys with your fingers, then play. So it's a fast movement, and then when you're settled, you play that. Okay, now here, you could do. I'll give you some options here. So like 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. This chromatic-ish, I guess. All right, and then you can also do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. There's another place you need to practice. What in the world happened there? Okay, sorry about that. Just randomly cut off, but I am back. Okay. Jeez, I don't like when that happens. All right, so hopefully that won't happen again, but who knows, man. YouTube kind of iffy these days. All right, so where was I? Don't know where that got cut off, but here, let's go over quickly. I'm sorry if this is gonna be repetitive. I really don't know where it got cut off. So you could use these 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, or 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. So two options there in terms of the fingers that you should be using. And if you have a hard time with the swing, by the way, just practice without it. Okay, very slowly. I'm using some pedal here, but you obviously don't need to do that, okay? All right, now left hand. Okay, so that's what I would do there. Yeah, this is weird. Sometimes the app just shuts off. Yeah. Okay. Maybe everyone went through that. Who knows? Okay. So here we look from right off the get-go. You have another jump to practice here in the left hand. So you just want to hone in on the parts that are most difficult, and the parts that are easier, you don't really need to practice that much. It'll just come along. Okay. So here the jump, and then here it's just going up and down here. just like in the right hand. Okay? Then another jump. Right? So. Yeah. Alright, and then another jump the second time around. Okay? So just these jumps first. Then back here. Then the repeat. Okay? So I hope that's kind of making sense here, but I'm just showing you here. You should be practicing just basic skeleton part, and then you just go back and play it normally. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Go back to the beginning. Let me show you, and then we'll try it together. And then I stopped the next part. I forgot to do that. But you want to play one note and then the next measure of the next section, because that's a good idea, because that will connect it automatically for you guys. If you don't do this, you're gonna have to waste time, connecting. So you can kind of bypass that. Okay, so remember, always one note to the next part. Okay, let's just try this together. I'll slow it down for you. Ready, go. On to where the actual song starts. Okay, so I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. Okay, about 4 measures at a time looks like a good, good section, good chunk to practice in. Okay, so next 4 measures. Now here, we're just gonna do hand separate here. Okay, try that slowly in the right hand. Ready, go. Okay, so I did say that it was a little, I did say this was like easy. It's not exactly like easy. I don't want you to think it's super easy to play. They have some jumps here and whatnot that you have to practice. So it's kind of like on the later, I don't know how to say, late easy, kind of like almost early intermediate. Hope that makes sense, because I have some jumps here. It could be a little bit awkward. Okay. All right. Left hand. We don't really have to practice these. It's just different notes. So we're going B flat, C, G, back to B flat, and C. Okay. We do these 4 notes. Then we just play it the way it's written. It goes like this. Okay, so if you have a hard time with that rhythm, go ahead and practice that, okay? Well, I'll at least try it with you together one time here. Ready, go. Okay, all right, now back to both hands. Just try it together. I'll slow it down. Ready, go. Okay, and for this lesson, it's not like I'm doing it enough times, okay? Obviously, when you're practicing, you need to practice it and repeat it enough times until it kind of gets better, right? A lot of people tend to forget that. They give up a little bit too easy, like once or twice, and you're like, I can't do it. Some stuff that I've practiced at my level, I've done like hundreds of times, okay? So you just have to put in the work, the repetitions. You got to do it enough until it kind of feels like, what's the word? Automatic. We don't have to think about it anymore, okay? All right, here's the next part. Okay, and then stopping right there. Okay, so at this point, before we continue on, here's the next step of the process. So we did small parts, right? We did about 4 measures at a time. What you want to do eventually is find a good place to put it all together, okay? Not everything together, but big enough sections, okay? So I'm going to go back to the beginning and kind of go down There's no metronomes here, so you know, like halfway to the second page. All right, so just if you have the music, follow along. Okay. Okay, and I'll just stop right there. So you see, we kind of hooked up the intro to this next section here, and it is really up to you what you know, what was it? What's the word? When you want to connect these parts together, okay? So it's kind of a personal thing. Just whenever you feel like, okay, I think that's long enough, you know, I don't want to keep going. Because if you keep practicing, and you don't connect the sections together, the song won't flow, okay? It'll be a little choppy because you'll stop here like, oh, right? Because you haven't practiced connecting them into bigger sections, okay? So remember that. It's like building a house, okay? All right, but in that case, yeah. You know, let's do this since we have a little bit of time. I'm going to go back to the beginning and stop where I stopped. And we're going to practice hands separate, back to hands together, okay? Okay, so that's a good place to stop. Then we do the left hand. Ready, go. Okay, and then back to both hands. Ready, go. And there you have it. That's basically the entire process on practicing. So if you recognize these steps and then you remember to practice this way, you pretty much can practice anything. So the steps are, so far, just one small part at a time. Could be 2 measures, could be 4 measures. You have to look at the music to see like how many measures it is, like the first chunk. I like to tell my students it's like the slices of a pizza, okay? Pick the first slice of this musical pizza, okay? Then you practice hands separate, hands together. You do the same thing with the next part. Then you just eventually put it together. You have bigger and bigger sections until you have the whole entire song. And that's basically it, okay? Once you get good at this process, you can practice anything you want. All right. It's literally like the only thing my students need to do at their lessons to really learn the music, okay? All right, we're gonna keep going, second page now. Same process, you're just gonna repeat it throughout this entire song. Okay, next 4 measures. Here's just a right hand. Okay, it's interesting harmonies and rhythms in this song. It's pretty cool. All right, here's the right hand. Ready, go. Okay, and then the left hand, we're actually not going to practice this. It just goes through. It's just C, D, C, G, B flat. This is basically all you have to remember to do, okay? So this part, I would actually practice right hand and then hands together. So sometimes you don't have to do hand separate practice here. You don't need to do the left hand, so just right hand, hands together, okay? Because this is simple enough pattern. Try it together, but you know, the other thing is you're doing right hand, hands together. I'm looking for places where I can save time, okay? That's the basic thing. Being effective with practice is also saving time, you know, getting good results as well, all right? Okay, let's do both hands. Ready, go. I'm sorry I haven't been telling you what spots we are. So if you lost your place, we're on the second page, okay? And then I stopped at the measure where it says God only knows what I'd be without you. So we're gonna practice this next part with that, going into that repeating section, okay? Yeah, usually it's just I don't know why people, the arrangers, you know, you gotta put your measure numbers, okay? Like most of the time when you have music, you have at least measure numbers here and there. It's just really annoying when they don't do that. It's kind of it should be more whatever. Anyway, so I'll just give you words here. Unfortunately, no measure numbers to go on. Okay. All right. Here's the next part. So same pattern, left hand. Well, just look at the left hand. It's just goes down to F. So all right, it's a descending line. Okay. That pattern from the beginning. Okay, that's basically it. Okay. In my opinion, you don't need to practice that, okay? So here's just the right hand. We're just gonna practice the right hand. Okay, and then we're gonna do that. Remember, we're starting on the third beat here, okay? Right hand, ready, go. Okay, now back to hands together, because remember, left hand, simple pattern. I don't think you need to practice it. Both hands together, okay? All right, Sarah, thank you so much. Yeah, you're always so positive. Love it. Yeah, man, I'm loving the turnout. I'm getting a lot of comments on there. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, let's do both hands. Ready, go. Yeah, right. Now we're gonna back it up. Top of the page. Where did I stop? Yeah. Okay. So you'll never need to doubt it. So it's if you have music, second page, second measure here. Okay. I think it's a second measure. I might be wrong about that actually. Don't. So sometimes my arrangements could be a little bit different. Okay. So the pages don't always match up because I do something weird on my computer. So don't worry about it. Okay. So we're at you'll never need to doubt it. Okay. Here's just the right hand going. Now I'm giving this entire page. Okay. Okay, try it together. Ready, go. All right, now the left hand, don't need to practice this. We're just going to go through the single notes, the little basic pattern, okay? So from here, C, D, C, G, and then from B flat, remember, descending pattern here, okay? That's basically it in a nutshell, right? So remember, right hand and hands together. Thank you, Arpeggio. Thank you, Arpeggio. So weird. And thank you, Morgan. Appreciate it. Okay, let's try it together. Both hands. Ready, go. Okay, and we're gonna move on. Okay. Yeah, dislikes. It's all right. Don't let it bother you. It certainly doesn't bother me. In fact, I like that I get dislikes because if you get popular, there are people who are gonna hate on you no matter what. So it's nothing to be avoided. Anyway, yeah. But you got my back. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna go to third, fourth page now, or halfway through. Remember, depending on what kind of arrangement you have, because different. I have a different size arrangement, so that's why the measure numbers and pages might not exactly match up. Okay. About halfway through this though, okay? So before we finish the second half of this song, if you guys have enjoyed this video, would really appreciate if you hit that like button. Helps me to continue to provide this free content for everyone out there. Hope to continue to do this forever, basically. And after this video is done, if you know someone who would love to play this on piano, do them a favor and share this video with them. Okay, here's the next part. Okay, so it's like a little transition. Okay, so it's not 4 measures, it's just 2 measures here, but I'll just practice that because again, it's like a little bridge connecting it to the next part. Okay, so here's just the right hand. We'll have a key change. I have no idea what key we're in. I want to say it's E flat major, but it's not really super important to know that. Okay, but we are changing keys here. Whatever key it's going into. They don't indicate the key change in the music, so it's kind of hard to tell when they don't do that. Okay, all right. Okay, so here, a lot of finger crossing. You can do it a lot slower. So here, what it is, from here, I have a thumb. As soon as I play the 2 here, I move this thumb as fast as I can. So I'm trying to practice a good legato, okay? Alright, left hand is just. Kind of sounds like Rhapsody in Blue. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, left hand. That's just the pattern. And end up on the E flat. I'm going to show you again. We're not going to practice this, okay? Okay, now we'll go back to both hands. Let's try this together. Ready, go. Alright, now we're going to move on. Interesting, weird. Yeah, I like that the harmony is so interesting in this song. Okay, so that's a good place to stop. More bad. I'm sorry about that, Morgan. Yeah, one day you will have the most amazing internet in the world. One day. All right, here we go. Just the right hand. By the way, really appreciate you getting back in here. You know, it's just don't get discouraged. You know, just if you get disconnected, just keep connecting. Okay. So one more time. Such an interesting harmony. Okay, right hand, ready, go. Also, I want to give you a quick little tip when you play like flats and sharps, or anytime you get to the black keys, you gotta make sure your hand is high enough, forward enough on the keys when you play it. You hear? If I'm up here, my fingers are already up here, and I can just press the keys. They're right under. Play the keys. They're right underneath my fingers. But if you're like here, you're gonna have to reach for it every time. You see? So if you're too far away, you know, like your pinky is here when it should be here. You know, you kind of have to reach for each black key. It's an inefficient way to practice. So make sure you're up here. See? So my fingers are right above the black keys when I need to get to them. Okay? All right. Left hand, we just have E flat, F, G, C, E flat, F. Okay? I'll show you one more time. And that's it. Okay? Back to both hands. Together, ready, go. Okay, finishing off this section. Might as well stop there. So from here. This part comes back, a little chorus, I guess. Okay, so left hand is F, F sharp, F, E, E flat. So it's like this is what you call chromatic pattern, okay? Meaning we don't skip any keys by stepwise motion, okay? That's really the only pattern here in the left hand. Okay, back to right hand. Whoop. Little brain fart. Okay, so let's try that together. Ready, go. Okay, keep looking at the boba. I'm craving boba now. Keep looking at your name, Sarah. Okay, back to both hands. Okay, funny enough, I was eating boba ice cream yesterday. Delicious. Okay, let's do that together. Ready, go. Okay, then we're gonna finish off the section. It goes into where it says DS al Coda. I will explain what that means in a second. But after that, we just need to practice the coda, and that's the end of the song. So kudos to you for sticking with me this afar. We're almost done here, so just keep paying attention until the end. Okay, so that's the DS al Coda. Here's the right hand. Let's try it together very slowly. Ready, go. Okay, and the left hand pattern. It's just a descending pattern going down from E flat just to C, okay? Same pattern throughout, and the rhythm is pretty much the same, okay? Alright, back to both hands. Okay, I should explain what I'm doing here. Sometimes I don't explain it, but if you notice, sometimes I do switch fingers on keys. Because, you know, I switch here to get to a 3, because it helps me move this thumb here, so I can continue on the legato. It's like finger, you can think of it as a finger legato. I think that's the technical word for it. So sometimes you might see me switching. Alright? Okay, let's do that together. Ready, go. Okay, so what the DS al Coda means is, DS means you have to go back to some page. Could be in the beginning, could be on the first page, could be on the second page. Alright, this song's a short one, so you know it's probably on page, which page is it? Where's that sign? It's on the first page, so it goes back to the beginning, but it doesn't always go back to the beginning. What the DS means, you have to go back and look for a sign. And if you look at the first page, you'll see that sign right when the song starts after the intro. It's like a little S shape with a line through it and then some dots. Kind of looks like a shield. Think of like a Renaissance shield or some weird symbol like that, okay? So S, del segno. Segno, I believe, stands for symbol. So it means go back and find that symbol in the beginning, okay? And then the al coda means once you get back there, you keep playing until it says to coda. And I see to coda on the second page of my arrangement. It's like a little compass looking sign. Like it's a circle, a cross, okay? Line and a line, kind of just, you know, like that with a circle, okay? And then that means to coda, you just skip to the end where the coda is. And if all that, if my explanation did not make sense for you, you could just watch the tutorial and just try to find the places where I'm skipping back and forth into, okay? Alright, so I hope that explanation made sense for you guys. Alright, now I'm going to go back and give you this entire section. We're going to practice this entire section. Hands separate, hands together, okay? So here's just the right hand. Okay, try it together. Ready, go. Okay, now the left hand, and I'm just gonna, yeah, I'll just play with the rhythm, by the way. Yeah, might as well, okay? Here we go, ready, go. Okay, one thing I want to mention too, when you play the swing rhythm, you don't want that to be too short. It doesn't go like, it's a little bit longer, like. Can you hear the difference? This is swing. Okay, and if we did it too short. Okay, so a little bit longer on those, okay? All right, left hand, both hands together. Let's just try it at the same time. Ready, go. Okay, now we just have the coda, and I'm just gonna play the whole entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 measures. Last part coda, which basically means to end. Okay, and after that, we're just going to end the lesson. But if you want the recap, make sure you skip, or not skip, you stay around. I'll give you a quick recap. Okay. All right. Let me try that again. Just right hand. Let me play it first and we'll try it together. Okay, here we go. Ready, go. Okay, left hand. Ready, go. And back to both hands. Ready, go. Alright, and that's basically it. Alright, so we'll give you the quick recap. You're still around. Kudos to you. Good job for you for sticking around to the end. Okay, so basic ways to practice. You just go from the first part. You pick the smallest part, okay? For here, for this song, it ended up being about 4 measures at a time. Once you have those 4 measures, you either practice the basic pattern or just the hands separate, okay? So right hand, left hand, then hands together. Then you pick the next 4 measures or the next part, whatever it is. You could try longer sections as well, all right? It's just really up to you, just depending on if you can concentrate and focus enough to do that. So next 4 measures, right hand, left hand, hands together. Then when possible, put it together, okay? And this is kind of, you have to make your own judgment about this, okay? Yeah, so, 4 measures, you combine them together. Obviously, you do the math, but 8 measures, okay? Then let's say you have another 8 measure section, 8 plus 8 equals 16, and then you just keep going until you have the whole entire song. And that's the basic fundamentals of practice. If you memorize and really learn this process by heart, you could practice like 90% of the stuff out there on your own. Okay? All right. And of course, get the sheet music, share this video, like this video, subscribe, and also last important thing, I'll say it again. Once you're done with this process, you memorize it by heart, you can just use any of my tutorials. It's the same thing. You can just kind of study it on your own. The only thing is like it's not step by step where I can show you like, you know, this lesson, but it's the same idea, okay? Plenty of my students use the tutorials by themselves, no problem whatsoever. So if my younger students can do it, I don't know what age you guys are, but you're probably the same age or older, okay? If you're same age, might be a little bit more challenging for you, but you can do it. It's possible, okay? You can just check out my Instagram account too. All my students there, they use my videos. The ones that use them a lot are really successful at piano, okay? Alrighty, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Love these lessons. Hope to continue to do more in the future. Hope you guys are doing safe out there, staying healthy, getting that sunshine as well, not like quarantining yourself like 24 hours a day. Okay, I know it can be kind of scary, but we'll all get through this together. I'll see you guys for the next live stream, and make sure to check out my daily tutorials. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much for all the positivity. See you next time. Happy practicing.